where I talk about simple minimalist living as well as making things, art and craft, and also wellness, specifically long distance walking and hiking. Today what I'd like to talk about is something that I wrote on my blog, also called It's Just Me, Christine, last week, and that is how I am focusing on being content versus just being happy. So I specifically talk about 5 ways that I do this. So one of the ways I would say that I am doing more of that is by making art and putting it out there. Now, one of the reasons that I have hesitated and consider this taking a risk is that for the longest time, even though I have been creative my entire life, I think I felt that because I don't have training or formal training or education in art other than workshops or whatever, that my work was maybe not worthy or whatever. And recently I just have been enjoying the process and sharing it, and it's been very gratifying actually. So that is one of the things. And of course there are other risks, adventure risks, like I plan on taking another long hike adventure, which I will talk about in a future video here, but I'm just planning that right now. And those are physical risks, and of course people will maybe judge you that you're too old to do this, or too young, or inexperienced, or you should be working, or all manner of judgment. And those are the things that I'm trying to ignore and just take the risks anyways. Which leads me to point number 2. People will judge you. That is just how it goes. But if what you're doing makes you happy and is not harmful to other people, then don't worry about what other people think. I know this is so hard because we live in a very judgmental world, but it's totally worth it. So just try not to think of what other people think, or at least this is my own advice to myself, which I don't always follow, of course, as well. So that's how we are as humans. But I think it's so freeing to not worry about what other people think. Just do what makes you happy, and just go for it. So that is number 2. I think we've had a really long, hard time in the past couple of years, especially with the pandemic, and it's just been amazing the resilience that I have seen around me. Now, this is not to say that it has been the same for everyone, and of course we are allowed to crumble, but I'm just saying that it's been amazing the strength that I have seen in people and even in myself over this hard time. So I try to remember how strong I really am and how that contributes to my contentment. Number 4 is to embrace aging. I am really doing that as I age, and it's been also freeing and a beautiful thing. I wish that I had thought about this more when I was younger. I am reading a lot about how your brain works, and how, interestingly, I recently read a book called Better with Age, The Psychology of Aging, and it's full of the most recent research about aging. And one of the things that I found really surprising is that most older people are the happiest they've ever been. I think we kind of have this idea about old curmudgeons, and I'm not saying that everyone who's older is, happy, but especially if you have a good support system and you're not lonely, because that is a concern as you get older. But to have a healthy, full, have have the wisdom of experience. These are all very empowering things, and I'm actually really enjoying my aging. And I wish that I had thought about it more when I was younger. I probably would have taken better care of myself. But I also understand that when you're raising kids, or not, or just working and having a career, and life gets busy, it's easy not to think about our aging. But I do think it's an important thing to embrace our getting older. I am trying on a daily basis, and I think this really contributes to my contentment, to feel that I know what is important. And for me, what has been important is relationships with other people, my relationship with myself and with nature and outside. So I try to focus my energy on that and not on the trivialities of life. I try not to waste time on things that are not important. And I think that that is really helping me with my contentment. I think that I'm trying to surround myself with things that are important, and also I have goals, and I think those are keep me going during hard times. There are things that I want to do, and I try to think every day, am I doing the things that are moving me towards those goals, or am I doing things in my habits every day that are actually detrimental to my goals? It's what we do every day is what your life is made of. So I try to focus on what's important, and that has really been helping me. So those are the 5 things. I want to close by showing you a few little art pieces that I have been making, talking about taking risks and putting things out there and so forth. I have been dabbling in some watercolor, which I might have mentioned in my last blog. I think I did. But I have some newer, better cards, or I don't know if they're better, but different. I've been making some birthday cards. These ones are very simple. I like to stay in touch with people through cards. So this one little one and that one, they're very similar. I actually made these for my son, whose birthday it is today, my oldest son. And of course, you do have to mail these out, but I didn't, so hopefully I'll get to see him. And I think I showed one like this recently, but this is improved over my last version, I believe. Also, in the last blog, I talked about one of the challenges for 2022, which was to do a no-buy, low-buy year and use up all of the things I have in my house before I start spending money on other things. And I had talked about this cotton yarn that I had. I didn't know what to do with, and I ended up making dishcloths, which I think I showed. But I still have this very little amount, and I decided to make these. They're like little face scrubbies, like you can take makeup off with them, and you can throw them in the wash and reuse them. So I made a whole whack of them actually and brought them to my daughter, and I'm going to use some. And lastly, I will show you a little bookmark that I made. I jokingly was telling my friend, because I kind of like mid-century modern, I know, it's just like, but anyways, this is kind of like that style. I made it to go with my bullet journal, complimentary. And actually, I might do a vlog on my bullet journal and how I organize my life or things in my life. Actually, if that is of any interest, please comment below. I think I will do one on that. And if you have any other ideas of what you would like me to talk about, please let me know in the comments below. I read all of them and really appreciate it. I am just starting on this vlog journey, but am enjoying it so far and interacting with people. So that's it for today. I hope to see you in the next one. In the meantime, if you'd like to read more on the things that I write about, please go to my blog. It's justmechristine.wordpress.com. and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.